Okay, hey guys. Today I got a new deck profile. I wanted to make an update for this version of the deck, the White Forest Azamina Fiendsmith version of the White Forest deck. And yesterday I went to a locals and I got second place, but today I went to another locals and I got first place. So I wanted to bring my updated profile. What did I play today? I played against Pure Fire King, like the Dinkabui version of it. I played against excuse me, I played against Thunder Dragon Fiend Smith, and I played against Pure Kashtira, and I also played against Kashtira Fiend Smith, with some pretty difficult games, and also against the Pure Kashtira player. I had to, in 2 of the 3 games, I had to deal with a shifter, and I still won those games. So, yeah, it was definitely definitely a crazy locals. But yeah, so let's get into it. Definitely have some updated thoughts and ratios since last time I posted. I'm playing 3 LZ. This is just obviously the best card, hands down. I'm playing 1 Stellar now. You do sometimes, like, you don't see White Forest combo as often as you'd like in this build, but that's often not a problem because you have the Azamina stuff and the Fiendsmith stuff. So even cutting this down to 1, it's still here because it's a good card. It's just weaker to hand traps, but you know, I'd like to play more, but unfortunately I just don't think it's the best if I'm trying to be like the most meta relevant. And then 1 of the new LZ Azamina, the White Forest. You only need 1. You can recycle it really easily, and yeah, I only play 1 because it's like a search target. It's not something that I really want to open. Like, there are only certain hands that it can do anything when you open it with other stuff. So it's you know, it is what it is. And then the card that for some reason Konami didn't give a super to, an OTS super, or even an ulti, honestly. This card is like this card is now like becoming a lot more important. Because with all the, you know, the cards that have come out, Sylvie's now our best normal summon, our favorite normal summon. That just plays better into hand traps. And yeah, and they decided to give the 1 of Russia an OTS super instead. And that OTS pack should be coming out like next week, I think. So that's kind of unfortunate, but hopefully that means that Sylvie will be getting will be getting put into the rarity collection, which is, honestly, it's probably like super cope, but you know, I can hope. I just don't know why, like, because if they don't, like, there's absolutely no reason why they put Russia as the super instead of Sylvie. I don't know, I could complain about this forever, but I still play 2 Tails. I like this. I don't want to cut this at all. I just never feel comfortable having only 1 in deck. And also, if you open this with Diabell Star, it just gets you access to your White Forest plays that way. Or Diabell Star or Wanted. So I like playing 2. I definitely don't want to cut that. I'm playing 1 Scourge still, which is really good against board breakers, and then 1 Woes. And also, I've said it before, like, this, you contribute like your Silvera, you summon off of Woes or off of Diabell Star, and then you can summon back the Ilia Sylvia, the Azamina Omni Negate. But yeah, and then Woes is just so good. Being able to just like normal summon Sylvie and then grab Woes and have like a really strong form of interruption on your opponent's turn is really, really good. And this is also like, I see people running Aphis. I don't like Aphis at all. It's such a win more card. It's like, it's just not like it's nice that it's both an Azamina card and a White Forest card, and it can be reset when you send it by effects, and it is a very strong effect. But if it's gonna get any kind of serious amount of value from it, you already have some kind of setup. And you can't just normal summon Sylvie and then have that setup. So like it's really bad into Droll, it's really bad into Shifter, it's really bad into Charmuse. So if you want to just play a slower game, which is actually, this deck has a really good time of doing that. And the way I've built this deck now is that I don't need to go full combo. I can have like a couple hand traps in hand. I can do like the bare minimum for things that let me have some kind of interrupts on my opponent's turn, and then blow them out on turn 3, which happened multiple times today. Still playing 1 Diabell Star, and then 3 Wanted. I'm still looking for my QCRs. No one has them, but then the 1 Deception. Don't really want to play more than one of this. I'd much rather have the Wanteds than opening Deception. The 1 Hollowed, and the new card that I've added. This card is absolutely, I've been loving it so much. It's Sinful Spoils with Slumber Maureen, I don't know. But basically it's a Book of Moon for a special summon monster. It's really good because you can set it if you control a level 5 or higher illusion monster, which is very easy with your Azamina monsters, with your Diabell, the Synchro. Being able to just set this off of Diabell Star when I need to, or add it off of Murcielago, is actually really, really nice. And I like this. I'm not playing the Sinful Spoils of the White Forest. It is a good card, but you need more setup for that card to really get any value. And with this card, it's literally like you don't need anything to activate it. It's just, if you have it on field, it's a Book of Moon. And it's really nice because you can like keep recycling it. So you can set it for White Forest effects, then you can reset it. I even did a play today where I activated Hollowed Azamina and then chained this, got the book of a Book of Moon, and then was able to send it for cost. So I was really liking today, especially against all the Kashtira cards running around. For the Fiend Smith stuff, I'm still running 2 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, 1 Fabled Larry, and then the 1 Tract. What happens on the ban list with these cards is still, to be determined. Very strong cards, very strong engine. Like, there's not a lot to say about it. Like, we already know what it does. It's really good. And then I'm on 2 Thrust and 1 Talent. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this. Excuse me. It's a good package, and it came in clutch a bunch today. And one of the games that I played against pure Kashtira would have like gone really quickly. Or like I would have won it like a lot quicker if my opponent went, what did he do? He normaled the Rise Heart the level 4, and then he banished my 1 of Talents off the top, and I had Thrust in hand. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna go Thrust, because he used the Shangri-Ira XYZ effect and Standby Phase to summon 1 from the deck. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go Thrust. I baited out one of his Kashtira monsters. I think it was the Fenrir or something. Or maybe it was the Unicorn. And I was like, okay, now I'm going to Thrust into Tactics or Talent and take his Fenrir, attack, banish one of his stuff face down, and just like pick apart his board, then tribute it with Deception so he doesn't get it back. Like, I was gonna do a bunch of stuff to just, pick apart his board without even using many of my own cards, and I had banished it, which is really unfortunate. But it's a really good way to just like also play around the really impactful hand traps. If you get Drolled, it's really good to set an interruption. If you get Shiftered, Charmied, whatever it is, you can set like the Book of Moon card, the Sinful Spoils card, that trap card I was just talking about, which is really nice. You can also set woes. It's really nice. Yeah, there's a lot of utility, I think, for that card in this deck. And then I still play hand traps just because I think a pure board breaker approach is not quite good enough. I played 3 Ash, 3 Veiler. I played 3 Droll and 3 Imperm. So this would have been my Fulos, but I have a friend who's borrowing them right now for a regional that I couldn't go to, unfortunately. But yeah, he's borrowing both my Perulias and my Fuloses. But if I had them, these would be Fuloses. But it still did okay today. It didn't like do crazy. It didn't do anything really crazy, but you know, it was a card for sure. But yeah, those are the hand trap lineups. And yeah, on to the extra deck. Still one of each. Diabell, Arciela, and Silvera, obviously. And then I'm playing the one Chaos Angel still. And that is it for the synchros. Pretty small package, but not a bad one at all. I'm playing the one Mu Arceolago and the one Ilyasovia. This is just obviously cards you play with the Azamina package. I do still have this in my extra deck. I'm going to take this out for Typhon, I think. I couldn't actually make this today because I took out the Sinful Spoils of the White Forest, so it was a dead card, but that's okay. You know, we didn't need it. We still got first place at our locals. We went undefeated, which was, you know, I guess we just didn't need it. But if you do run the Sinful Spoils of the White Forest card, I would play this because it's definitely a solid card. Then for the Fiend Smith stuff, 1 Closed Moon, 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence, and I play the Agnumde. This is actually really good for clearing boards with the Desiree, because you can. This represents like 2 removals, so you'll end up summoning an Engraver, equip it with Requiem, and then send 1 monster, and then you can link up into Sequence, summon Desiree, then link those 2 off for Agnumde, and then send the Sequence to with Desiree to send another monster, and then you can attack with Agnumde and then effect summon back the Desiree and attack with Desiree, and that's a lot of damage right there. So I really like this, and you know, because I had the extra deck space, I was like, you know what, this is like definitely worth it. I'm not playing a Bawaki or whatever that card's called. It's a good card, but it's I think a little win more, and in the games that I was playing, it just like it would never come up really. I'm playing 1 Aggregator for Ultimate Slayer, 1 Abyss Dweller because Fiend Smith, Mitsurugi, like it just hits a lot of stuff right now, and then 1 SP Little Knight to round off the extra deck. And this time, you know, I will be showing my side deck because I feel like it's more or less complete. I played 3 Droplets just to deal with, like, if I can deal with Detonator, this is definitely a card that can do that. It's just a really good card in general. If my opponent leaves monsters on the field that are interruptions, this is going to be really good. I'm playing 3 Ultimate Slayer. Again, just a really good card to out problematic cards, monsters or opponents controls. Yeah, just a really strong card this format. And we still need Detonator outs. And then 3 Lancia, because Malice is still a thing, and that's really annoying. Then I'm playing 1 Baldrake, 1 Druisworm, and 1 Magnemite. These just fit really well because, like, you know, you have some level 4 monsters that can go into Chaos Angel really well. We can hit, like, the Eclipse Twins in our opponent's grave. We can hit Fiend Smith cards. You know, they're just really good cards, and I think with the kind of synergy that this deck has with them, it's definitely, you know, definitely decent to play on. I played 2 Nib because Nib, while it's not like a complete blowout for some decks, it's still a really strong card, and like against Malice and against some other decks that just play into it a bunch. I definitely have sided this in and have gotten a lot of value off of it. And the last card I play is Different Dimension Ground. This card is also really good. In game 3 against the Fire King opponent, he had Druiswormed like a Engraver, and then still in the main phase Kieran popped something to summon out a Ponix to get a search, and he destroyed the I don't remember the name, but it's the Garunix that's like a common that like special summons in the standby phase when it's destroyed and then nukes the entire field. So I had set this during my turn when off of thrust, and in standby phase he activated the effect because it's mandatory, and I chained this, so he summoned his Garunix and then nuked the whole field, and he just like banished his Druisworm and his Kieran and his Ponix, and he just lost like essentially all of his value there, and so it was just so strong. But yeah, against a lot of other decks too, this can be really strong. In the mirror, it's really strong. In what is it? Even against Ryziel and Fiend Smith, and Mitsurugi too. Like it's really, really good, and it's just a solid thrust target. So yeah, that's the that's the profile. It was the deck was definitely like performing really well, and I felt like every game I was playing I was like in a really strong position, and I felt like really good about comboing and being able to play the game. It was just, I don't know, it was just really, really good, and I'm really liking the way the deck is. I'd like to add a 3rd Engraver, although I don't know about the ban list. I don't really want to pick up a 3rd one right now, so I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any comments or questions, make sure you put them in the comment section, and I'll make sure to get to them. I always really enjoy talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, but this deck has like been my pet deck forever, so I really love it. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.